Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is a 2019 Burton Custom Flying V snowboard, an all-mountain deck designed for intermediate to advanced level riders that kind of want to cruise the whole mountain, that want a kind of a stiffer platform that's still loose and surfy at the same time. Within like the spectrum of terrain, if Park's over here and POW's over here, the Flying V Custom kind of sits a little bit more towards the free riding or the POW section than the Park section. However, you can see a lot of these boards within the Park having a really good time. This is overall actually a directional style board. It's an all-mountain directional board, meaning from Burton's designs that inside the contact points, the board is twin. It has a twin stand or a centered stance, a twin flex inside of those contact points. Outside of the nose's contact point, the nose is 1.25 centimeters longer than what you'll find in the tail. That's the reason that the Custom Flying V is actually a directional board. But when you ride it switch, it's going to feel like a twin deck. But when you ride in deep snow, it's going to feel a little bit more like a directional board because the nose is going to float better than the tail. Overall, it does feature a Flying V profile shape. You can see that it teeter-totters back and forth. There's rocker between the feet, camber underneath each foot, and then rocker again on the nose and the tail. Those rockered section gives the board a loose style feel, makes the contact points a little less catchy because they're raised up off the snow, but there's still stability while you're on an edge with those camber shapes underneath your feet. But I'd have to say, this is a kind of a cool thing about the Flying V profile shape is basically two things. The first, if you happen to be a Park rider and you like pressing, you can press this board and it automatically lifts up the tail. Or if you want to do a tail press, it just automatically lifts up the nose. And then same thing, if you're in deep snow and you put your weight on your back foot, it automatically kind of lifts up the nose of the board quite a bit more. The feel and flex of the Custom Flying V is about a 5, right in the middle. But I say that kind of lightly because it has a stiffer, kind of more torsionally rigid platform, but because of the Flying V profile shape, it's going to feel a little bit more loose and surfy. It does have a 3-year warranty and a channel system. If you want the best kind of board and snow feel, get the Burton EST options. But if you want more of a kind of a rigid feel, get the Burton Reflex option. Right now, pretty much everyone in snowboarding that matters makes a channel system style disc. So if you want to get another binding manufacturer's bindings, you can probably get them with the channel system mounting pattern, or mounting disc, which is good. Inside is a Superfly wood core. It's actually Superfly 2 with dual zone EGD. There's lots of different wood laminates with inside the core, and the ones near the edge actually run perpendicular to the edge for kind of better grip and a more firm kind of hold. There's also a squeeze box core profiling, and Burton has done a really great job at kind of milling out their profiles. There's not very many brands that are doing it. Some of them kind of like caught on to it. On the lateral and medial sections of where the bindings rest, the board's core is a little bit thicker for better energy transfer from your body right to your edge. And then there's kind of like the wild stuff. Now, Burton has done a lot of different things with fiberglasses and carbon over the years, and for 2019, they do something special with the 45-degree carbon highlights. Now, it's not as built up as what you'll find in the Custom X, obviously, but it's still very, very torsionally rigid. On the top of the wood core is a 45 and negative 45 degree woven fiberglass with a 0-degree fiberglass on top of that. On the bottom of the wood core, closest to the cores, again, the same 45, negative 45 fiberglass. And then on top of that, closest to the base, is a full sheet of unidirectional carbon, a full sheet of it. So if you, imagine like a biax fiberglass board, it's really torsionally soft. Triax is a little bit stiffer. This is just another step up with how rigid it is. And even though it is a Flying V profile, which is pretty loose, when you put this on an edge, that camber really holds well. And when you want to flick over to the opposite edge, because of that torsional rigidity, it goes actually really fast. The base is going to be fast throughout the season. This is one of Burton's fastest bases. It's called the WFO, or centered WFO. It's going to be automatically, faster than an extruded style base, but you need to keep it maintained throughout the season. So keep it waxed up. If you start to see near these edges that it gets even more light in color than it is right now, that's just the graphic. That's not because it's a dry base. just bring it into your local shop, or just, of course, wax it at your own, at your home. Of course, there's a 360 wrap standard steel edge and frostbite edges, protruding edges that help to grip on firm snow. I like frostbite, and frostbite edges actually do really help to grip when you're on like a harder snow surface. But the cool part about it is, it doesn't really keep you locked into a turn. It's easy to get out of the turn. It doesn't really like kind of lock you in place. You don't have to struggle to like, you know, exit out of a turn, which is actually really nice. Overall though, this is a great board. It's for, you know, intermediate to advanced level riders. Again, kind of a more sturdy platform, but still has a loose surfy style feel to it. Pretty much goes anywhere. This is the Burton Custom Flying V snowboard, and you can check it out at thehouse.com. Leave a comment or a question. Let me know what you think of this deck right here. Subscribe to the channel. Check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you on snow. Peace.